12 January 1588 John Winthrop, the first governor of Massachusetts Bay Colony, was born. 12 January 1737 John Hancock, first signer of the Declaration of Independence, was born. 12 January 1872 Russian Grand Duke Alexis goes on a gala buffalo hunting expedition with General Sheridan and Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer. 12 January 1876 Jack London, American writer, The Call of the Wild, was born. 12 January 1879 the British-Zulu War begins. British troops under Lieutenant General Frederic Augustus invade Zululand from the southern African Republic of Natal. 12 January 1893 Hermann Goering, Nazi leader, commander of the Luftwaffe, was born. 12 January 1903 Igor Kurchatov, Russian physicist known as the father of the Soviet atomic bomb, was born. 12 January 1905 Tex Ritter, singer, actor, Have I Told You Lately That I Love You, was born. 12 January 1907 Sergi Korolev, engineer, lead rocket engineer and spacecraft designer for the Soviet Union during the 1950s and 60s, often called the father of practical astronautics, was born. 12 January 1908 a wireless message is sent long distance for the first time from the Eiffel Tower in Paris. 12 January 1913 Kiel and Wilhelmshaven become submarine bases in Germany. 12 January 1915 the U.S. Congress establishes Rocky Mountain National Park. 12 January 1916 P.W. Botha, first state president of South Africa, 1984 to 89, was born. 12 January 1923 Ira Hayes, one of the U.S. Marines photographed in the iconic image of raising a flag on Nechishirbashi Iwo Jima, member of the Pima tribe, portrayed himself in the movie Sands at Iwo Jima, was born. 12 January 1926 U.S. coal talks break down, leaving both sides bitter as the strike drags on into its fifth month. 12 January 1926 Ray Price, singer, leader in the Nashville sound movement that introduced lush arrangements into country music recording, The Same Old Me, for the Good Times, was born. 12 January 1927 U.S. Secretary of State Kellogg claims that Mexican rebel Plutarco Calles is aiding communist plot in Nicaragua. 12 January 1932 Oliver Wendell Holmes retires from the Supreme Court at age 90. 12 January 1938 Austria recognizes the Franco government in Spain. 12 January 1938 Qazi Hussain Ahmad, former Emir of Jamaat-e-Islami, right-wing party in Pakistan, vocal critic of U.S. counterterrorism policy, was born. 12 January 1940 Soviet bombers raid cities in Finland. 12 January 1943 Soviet forces raise the siege of Leningrad. 12 January 1946 Cynthia Robinson, musician, vocalist with the psychedelic soul/funk band Slay and the Family Stone, was born. 12 January 1949 Michael W. Vanier, radiologist, played important role in advancing three-dimensional imaging and surgical planning, was born. 12 January 1951 Kirstie Alley, actress, won Emmy and Golden Globe as the leading actress in the TV series Cheers, was born. 12 January 1951 Rush Limbaugh, conservative radio talk show host, political commentator and author, a leading voice in the U.S. neo-conservative was born movement, was born. 12 January 1952 the Viet Minh cut the supply lines to the French forces in Ho Binh, Vietnam. 12 January 1954 Howard Stern, radio personality, author, TV show host, noted as a shock jock for his controversial comments on air, was born. 12 January 1962 the United States resumes aid to the Laotian regime. 12 January 1968 Heather Mills, model, charity campaigner, continued modeling with a prosthetic limb after a leg amputation due to a traffic accident and founded Heather Mills Health Trust to assist amputees. Married to former Beatles Sir Paul McCartney, 2003 to 2008, was born. 12 January 1973 Yasser Arafat is re-elected as head of the Palestinian Liberation Organization. 12 January 1975 the Khmer Rouge launches its newest assault in its 5-year war in Phnom Penh. The war in Cambodia would go on until the spring of 1975. 12 January 1982 Peking protests the sale of U.S. planes to Taiwan. 12 January 1991 the U.S. Congress gives the green light to military action against Iraq in the Persian Gulf crisis. 12 January 1998 19 European nations agreed to prohibit human cloning. 12 January 2010, an earthquake in Haiti kills an estimated 316,000 people.